Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the number one sports podcast on the entire planet. I'm your host, Drake Tharp, and, it's been kind of a, down 3 days in the sports world. We kind of just have a few updates on what's been going on and what I last talked about, and we have a few other updates in the sports world, essentially. It's kind of hard going from a Friday podcast to a Tuesday with a bunch of news, but we're going to go through it. First on the list here, Aaron Donald. He was mulling retirement. He was thinking about, hitting the couch instead of the weight room per se. And $95 million ought to change your mind, I'll tell you that much. So Aaron Donald signs a 2-year deal with $95 million guaranteed over the course of that 2 years. He's the highest paid defensive player ever. And immediately this thought unravels into my mind after I see this. I am like, a defensive end getting paid the most ever? You'd expect a linebacker, the quarterback of the defense, the Urlachers, the Lawrence Taylors, the Ray Lewises, Dick Butkus, a lot of those kind of players. The linebackers are the quarterbacks of the defense, and I'd expect them to be the highest paid ever. But no, you have a defensive tackle / end, whatever he wants to play, Aaron Donald getting the most money ever. Not Bobby Wagner, not any of these, not Roquan Smith, none of these linebackers today that make noise. I'm probably missing a few. Fred Warner, guys like that, it's a defensive end. And does this make Aaron Donald the greatest defensive player of all time? Do I even dare say that? Aaron Donald, let's read off his stats. I have him right here. Aaron Donald, 8-time Pro Bowler, seven-time first-team All-Pro. Huge deal. 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, 2014 Defensive Rookie of the Year, 98 career sacks at his position, and a Super Bowl champion. Highest paid defensive player ever. Now, what makes Aaron Donald so unique is that he is the leader on that defense at the end / defensive tackle spot, while most of the other, if you take a look at, just very successful defenses, so 2006 Bears, Brian Urlacher, the head of the defense, the Legion of Boom, the Seahawks, 2014 when, they dismantled Peyton Manning. You had Bobby Wagner at the linebacking core. It's incredible because the Legion of Boom was built off Bobby Wagner. I don't think people realize that. They were allowed to miss so many shell-shocking hits because they knew Bobby Wagner would clean up the mess at the linebacking spot. Okay, it's true. Okay, they were so good, but it was mostly Bobby Wagner who did that. The 2000 Ravens, Ray Lewis, hello. The Bears in 1960s weren't the greatest, but Dick Butkus was one of the best defensive, forces of all time. Lawrence Taylor, obviously a GOAT. Probably the greatest linebacker ever, debatable, but Aaron Donald, you'd expect, I don't know, highest defensive player ever at the defensive end spot, 98 career sacks at the, he can play either the defensive end or defensive tackle. He's probably the best run stopper of all time. Let's get him that. He got paid. Greatest of all time? Let me know what you think down in the comments. I'm not sure on it yet, but let's just say most unique defensive player of all time. It's up there. He's up there for sure. Anywho, next on the list, Deshaun Watson. There was a ding, boom. Deshaun Watson, it's been a while since we've talked about him. I've been a critic of him, his diva mentality, his, it's not even just the sexual harassment cases anymore. It's, the mentality of that. I'm a big fan of his play. I'm not a fan of himself. 66 different women he scheduled massages with. Fishy, if you're a big masseuse cat, hey, you do you, man. But, the Browns have been receiving unnecessary hate. I've just been seeing on Twitter and just a lot of sensitive people. Let's not get it twisted here. Numerous teams were interested in him. Probably half the league was interested in shooting for a trade with him. The Browns just had the picks to give up, and the Texans weren't going to take anything light, okay? So, this is going to make the Browns look like a bad boy team, with their quarterback. We will find out in due time with Deshaun Watson. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to, bash on the Browns or just, anything to go along with it because we don't know anything yet. You can't have an opinion on this. You can't have an opinion on this yet because nothing's come out. Yeah. So I don't know. Nothing. He's found not guilty in the court case, but he has civil cases to go through. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know all the contractual stuff that goes along with it, but 66 women for massages he requested. I don't want to say it's fishy, but that's fucking weird, okay? Have a masseuse, have 2 masseuses. 66? How many different massage places did you go to? Why do you need? There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions that I'm not going to unpack here right now. But 66? My God. Okay, it was weird. It was weird at first. I was kind of suspect on the Texans, after Deshaun Watson requests for a trade. Immediately after that, the women come out and say, I was harassed by him. And now it's up to 66 women for massage. It's God. If the numbers keep adding up, it's not looking good, Deshaun. Okay, he might get suspended. But civil cases deal with money, and he's not going to go to jail, but he might get suspended. So, yeah, he's not going to be imprisoned by any means. But, yeah, I think it's too early to make an opinion on it. I think it's, there's a lot that needs to be unpacked yet. So, we shall see in due time. Anywho, let's jump over to the hardcore of the NBA. Quinn Snyder, Utah Jazz coach, who I've been very critical of in the past. I've been very critical of the Jazz in the past. I think they should rebuild and get it over with. Get Mitchell out of there. Get Gobert. Load up on picks. Make a new team because they suck in the playoffs. So let me get that straightforward here. When you have the best defensive player in the NBA, who's Rudy Gobert, and don't do jack shit, that's obviously going to happen. When you're the coach, okay, you're gonna get fired. The system didn't work. The Jazz were a regular season hawk. They had it all panned out. Donovan Mitchell, Mike Conley, Joe Ingles, Rudy Gobert. They were looking good about 2 years ago, I'd say. Maybe promising. But my God, once they get into the playoffs, they just turn into just a mess. They don't know what they're doing. Donovan Mitchell's obviously one of the most underrated superstars in the league, I'd say. He doesn't get talked about enough. And they really haven't done anything. I know the West is packed and all, but, defense wins championships. Gobert's not he can do it all defensively. He's not a bum by any means. That whole team has solid defense, and they know how to run an offense for sure. But once they hit the playoffs, goes down the drain. It just seems. So Quinn Snyder fired. I don't know what the Jazz are going to do head coaching wise, but yeah, I think it's time for a rebuild there in the old Salt Lake. Anywho, jumping over to the Lakers here. New hire Darvin Ham. I'm not going to go crazy on this. He cleaned house that we fired David Fizdale and a bunch of other assistant coaches. It looks like the Lakers will run it back with the same crew, including LeBron, AD, Russell Westbrook. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what they say. But if an 11th seed is not broke, I don't know, but, it might just be a fluke year. It's LeBron, Russell Westbrook, and Anthony Davis, okay? They're not bums. They're not stupid. They know how to play basketball. Let's not think the Lakers aren't going to, I don't think they'll do the same thing they did this year, okay? It was a fun meme. They sucked. It was great to talk about. But at the same time, they have a new coach who's not messing around. Russell Westbrook played amazing towards the end of the year. Anthony Davis, if he can stay healthy. LeBron, 37 years old, averaging close to 30 points a game. They need to get younger, and I think that's the only issue that they will run across. But other than that, watch out for LA. Watch out. I know I sound like a just bandwagon, but it's true. It's true. I'm sorry. Anyway, finale of the show. My Celtics Warriors Game 2 thoughts. Let's just go ahead and say it. I predicted Celtics in 6, if not 5. Warriors got lucky. Okay, of course, they're gonna get a home win. Okay, it's an Oracle. Game 2, they fixed up a mess. Celtics went cold. They only had 3 guys in double digits, and one of them wasn't Jaylen Brown. Warriors were expected to get that home win. That'll happen for the Celtics. Their stars didn't show up, but here's the deal: neither has Klay Thompson. And if you think guys like Jordan Poole are going to make noise in the NBA Finals against Boston at home in Game 3 and 4, you're high off your ass. Steph Curry's going to make noise. Klay Thompson hasn't been seen anywhere. Kevon Looney scored a big 12. Wow. He's not going to do that against the Celtics again. And it's at home. I'm sorry. Celtics are going to kill the Warriors at home. Today, meaning when the video drops. It's Tuesday right now, but tomorrow, it's going to happen, okay? And come back to this video. Please do. By all means, do. It's going to be released at 2 p.m. You're going to see my take, and then you're going to watch the finals, and then you're going to be like, Drake, you are a genius. You should be at UMass. I don't know. Anywho, Celtics are going to kill the Warriors at home. They had an off game. That's all I'm going to say. Klay Thompson hasn't been anywhere. Guys like Jordan Poole aren't going to show up. This isn't the spotlight for him. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to get logistical about it and bring up stats. I'm just going to say how it is. Celtics are the real deal, okay? And, it's a different game now than when Steph Curry changed the game. He evolved the game, but at the same time, the game was figured out by a defensive team who knows what they're doing. So, I got Celtics game 3, and I got Celtics game 4. They're going to take a 3-1 lead. Warriors might get one at home, and then the Celtics are going to take it in game 6. That's my prediction. That is it. That is all for Drake's Corner of this episode. Sorry for the short one. It's been just a little 3-day period, so nothing crazy. I will be back next Wednesday. I've just been very busy. I haven't been dropping any other videos besides these podcast videos, which I'd like to do more. So, anywho, stay tuned. Stay on the lookout for more videos, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.